Hey guys, I've had a wonderful morning this morning. I was just doing some press-ups there after doing the Wim Hof technique. Don't do that unless you've had instruction or unless you're part of the course. Disclaimer though, I'm not a Wim Hof instructor. Oh wow, the Wim Hof technique is amazing. Oh. Tell you what, so much energy, clarity of mind, clarity of mind, just brilliant. Energy. There's like a, it's almost like someone has just got inside, just cleaned everything out. Sparkling inside, clear, like a clear sunny day inside. Feels like sunshine inside. I honestly never thought this could exist inside the body. Wim Hof, that's his name. First name is Wim, surname is Hof, like Peter Jones, Matthew Worthington. He's tapped into some gold. Oh, he's an amazing guy. This technique is phenomenal. I feel so energized. I've been doing it every day now for 2 weeks. I missed one day to just see whether I noticed any difference, and I did a little bit, yeah, when I wasn't doing it. It feels like a cross between having a Valium, and I don't take any anxiety medication. It feels like a cross between that and being charged up with an electric cable. There's like a calm charge. I know that sounds a bit contradictory, but that's what it feels like. I got up this morning, I took my supplements. I went and did a weight session. Took about an hour and 10 minutes. Did some bike work beforehand just to warm up for about 20 minutes. About 10 minutes on the rower, and then there's a multi-gym where I live, and I just went through a series of exercises: chest, arms, shoulders, stomach, legs. And then I came back. I did some trauma releasing exercises, which is also brilliant, by the way. If you are interested in trauma releasing exercises, it's like a tremor. You'll see them on my other videos. It's like a tremor that goes through your body. It's a subconscious tremor, so you can consciously voluntarily start it and voluntarily stop it. But you can't. It's completely subconscious in between those two, between start and stopping. It's the body's doing its own thing. It's like handing over to automatic pilot. Anyway, if you want to, always take instruction. To be honest with you, just in case you have an injury. It's taught to the militaries, various militaries around the world. There's a video on YouTube which shows you like a soldier in his combats, and he's got his combat boots on, and he's lying on the floor. You can only see the bottom half of him. And in that video it says it's taught to 34 militaries around the world, and I think that's a few years old now, so it's probably taught to a lot more. And on the same video it says it's one of the top techniques used by the US military, so for releasing shock from the body, trauma releasing exercises. Otherwise known as TRE, developed by a guy called David Berceli, who worked in the trauma zones around the world, and he developed this technique to help people release stress and shock from the body. If you want a really great instructor, Sharon Mullen is amazing. She taught me, Irish lady, lovely, warm Irish lady, very trauma aware. She deals with a lot of military or ex-military and people with PTSD and complex PTSD, and she's in Lismore in New South Wales. You can Google her. and you can, she'll do a home sessions like via the internet, like Skype, Zoom, whatever, and at your convenience, as far as possible. And she has a group called, I think it's called Relaxation Grooves as well, in Byron Bay, which is a beautiful part of Australia, just by the beach. Anyway, so I did my weights, came back, did some trauma releasing exercises, released some shock from my body, and I noticed some nice deep shock coming through, just being dissipated, and that was basically expressed as really deep, sort of deep exhalations, just like my body was just releasing. And when that happens, basically you've got a nerve in your body called the ventral vagus nerve, which is basically a social nerve, and it's attached to your heart, and also it's in your lungs, and it comes on every time you breathe out. And the harder you breathe out, it's basically a signal that the ventral vagus is like slowing your heart down, just relaxing you, So as I was releasing the shock from my body, could be from years ago, could be from yesterday, sort of as I was releasing the shock from my body, and it gone, the shock's like a stored up fight and flight response, just wanting to escape, and I gave it a channel for it to escape through trauma releasing exercises. That's what it's all about. And when it escaped, there was no need for me to be in that high energy state anymore, and the heart is just, the ventral vagus puts a brake on the heart, and it's pretty cool. And as it puts the brake on the heart, and on your exhale, and the stronger the brake, the stronger the exhale. So it's like, and it just means, sort of like I don't need to be in that high energy state anymore. There's like a ball of high energy, like a trauma ball of high energy somewhere in my body, and I got rid of it. There will be lots of others, by the way. I just accessed that one this morning. Don't know where it came from. Sometimes you can think of things while you're doing TRE. I have a few traumas in my life, and sometimes I think of them while I'm doing TRE, and I don't know, possibly I'm accessing that particular fight and flight response that I was in at the time, which got suppressed and couldn't escape through my body and couldn't turn off. And so sometimes when I think of a particular traumatic incident, my body starts to shake a little bit more vigorously, and just for a few seconds, and then it just, as it's released, ventral vagal puts the brake on my heart, slows it right down. I feel as though something deep inside has been released. Amazing, really amazing trauma releasing exercises. And anyone can do it. All ages really, from young to old. But again, instructions. You've got to take instructions from a certified instructor. I am not a certified instructor. Okay, another disclaimer there. Then after I finished my TRE, I did my Wim Hof breathing, and I'm on the energy sort of module this week. It's the second week, and basically you do two rounds of very high energy breathing, followed by 2 rounds of nice and relaxed, calm breathing according to the Wim Hof method, and you can check that out at wimhofmethod.com. And phenomenal. Then another part of the technique is there's three tenets to the Wim Hof method. It's commitment, breathing or breath, and cold therapy. Now I like the cold. Coming from England, north of England, I'm used to the cold, and in addition to which, I was one of those weird kids that sometimes I loved my windows being open when it was winter outside. My mum would come into my room when I was a kid, and there'd be like a blizzard, like snowflakes, this big blowing outside. My windows would be open. She'd say, "What are you doing, Matthew? What are you doing?" And I just loved it. So not all the time. Sometimes I'd get cold, but sometimes I just love the cold. I can really see where Wim's coming from in that respect. When your body wants the cold, it just wants to connect with it. I can really appreciate that, and I drive the people crazy in where I work in my psychology office, because I always have the aircon on like really low, and I drive people crazy if they come to my apartment because they expect to see penguins like walking around. Because I do like the cold. Mind you, having said that, in Australia it is very, in Queensland it's very, very beautiful, but it can be quite hot. Although we are in winter at the moment, which means it's gone down from a degree from about 200 degrees to 198 or 199 degrees. No, joking. Anyway, so I finished my Wim Hof method, breathing, and I went on to the third tenet. Then I went and had a cold shower, fully cold shower, and I decided to. I had a really great experience today. This is a little bit different, actually, a little bit different. I decided today I was going to have 10 minutes in the shower. That was a goal from the start. I've noticed that the shower has been getting. I've been feeling when I get into the shower, it is freezing. You can feel the cold on your fingers and on your toes and stuff. It is freezing, and it takes a few seconds, if not a couple of minutes, just to get used to that. And then today, for the first time, probably, I really did feel warm inside the shower. Now Wim says this is when you're accessing your fat stores, and your fat is sort of warming you up, and I think it's the brown fat stores that you're accessing. And it felt really good today. I was in there for 10 minutes, and I feel very energized. Dave Asprey says this technique also helps to sort of enliven, work up your mitochondria. So a little bit tired. It's just a little bit tired. I've been up early this morning. But your mitochondria really gets supercharged when you go under a cold shower. And I feel really good, actually, very good. A little bit tired because I was up early this morning, but brilliant, absolutely fresh, and very clean. Feel very clean. It does feel like a summer's day inside. Strongly recommend it, guys. Okay, I don't think this is day 17 without any alcohol and no sugar. The sugar cravings have dropped away. I haven't had any sugar now for about 3 days. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all. I've noticed, because I did eat quite a lot of sugar, and I've noticed that the sugar cravings have been dropping away and becoming less and less intense. And I've just been eating chicken and veg and fish and veg and avocados, and taking my colostrum and my protein drinks and my supplements and my gut health stuff. Okay, guys, have a great day. Cheers.